Every person in their life has certain dreams, and one of the dream is buying their first car. That too in India, buying a first car is an emotional moment. The segment which fulfills the dreams of many people of buying a first car is the premium hatchback segment. Yes, the premium hatchback segments has been the choice for many first time car buyers, and for some people it has been an add-on vehicle too. In that premium segment, Honda has really shines in this way with its premium hatchback, the Jazz. The Jazz was previously launched in 2009 and it got discontinued, and then the second generation Jazz gave a comeback. It was liked by many and especially it won the hearts of youngsters. Now the Jazz has got a new makeup with a facelifted version, and let's look how the facelifted Jazz is all about. Before that, please subscribe to Bumper to Bumper channel and click that bell icon to get featured on regular automotive updates, and also follow us on Instagram to never miss any updates. The Honda Jazz 2020 facelift has dropped its diesel engine, and this Jazz gets only one engine option, which is the 1.2 liter petrol with BS6 norms with 2 gearbox option, which is a manual or CVT automatic gearbox. It produces 90 bhp of power and 110 Nm of torque. The fuel tank capacity of Jazz is 40 liters, and expected fuel efficiency can give around between 11 to 16 km per liter depending on your driving and maintenance. The Jazz is just below 4 meter in length and around 1.7 meter in width. Now let's come and experience about the exterior of the Honda Jazz. This Honda Jazz has got a facelift, and the looks of the Jazz is as sporty as always. The facelift obviously gets some changes. Let's go one by one. From the front, Jazz gets additional chrome strip with gloss black grille on the top, and the headlights over here gets all LED with LED DRLs, and fog lamps too gets LED, which is a nice update. And another important update is this bumper, which looks so sporty and great. And in this, it gets 15-inch alloy wheels as like the one in the pre-facelift version. It also gets electrically adjustable outside rear view mirrors, chrome door handles, black slash tape on B pillar, and a rear micro antenna. And moving to the rear, it gets LED tail lamps and LED wing lights on the spoiler in this facelift. You also get a center chrome strip, rear wiper with washer, reverse camera with reverse parking sensors, and the bumper also got some changes in this facelift version. One of the major update on the interior is this sunroof, which is a nice add-on, and in this segment it is the only car which gets a sunroof, which makes a complete package. Other than that, the interior is same as the pre-facelift version. The seating gets height adjustable and it gets a fabric upholstery. The steering, as on all Honda cars, looks and feels good, which is a leather wrap with steering control buttons for audio, cruise control and modes. It also gets a tiltable steering wheel. The instrument cluster being an analog unit, it is one of the best looking analog unit in its segment, and a digital display at the right which shows range information and much more. It also gets push start button. The infotainment system is a 17.7 cm touchscreen display which gets Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, navigation and WebLink smartphone connectivity, which is the first in its segment again. The air conditioning is an auto climate control, which is again a touch unit, which is my personal favorite. The dashboard on the Jazz looks so premium, and Honda gives their best when it comes to premiumness of their cabin. And another best part is the dashboard gets a soft touch material over here. Kudos Honda to give the Jazz as one of the premium looking interior in its segment. And on to the rear seats. Jazz again proves their rear seat space, which offers one of the best rear seat spaces. The legroom, knee room, headroom is great. In the premium hatchback segments, the Honda Jazz really deserves its name as the premium hatchback in all sorts whatsoever. Now moving to practicality in the Jazz, it gets bottle holders on the doors, driver side gets cup holders, driver side vanity mirrors, 2 USB ports along with 12-volt charging socket, space underneath and twin cup holders, space near handbrakes, space under front armrest, a decent space glove box, and the boot gets 354 liters, making one of the largest in its segment. Now coming to the variants on offer. The Honda Jazz is offered only in one engine, which is a 1.2 liter petrol engine with both manual as well as automatic transmission, which is a CVT gearbox. And coming to the variants, the one we saw is the top of the line Jazz ZX trim, and next is the mid variant VX. Compared to ZX, it misses on sunroof, LED headlamps and LED DRLs, it gets halogen headlamps, and apart from that, everything remains to be the same from the ZX trim. And next is the V trim. Compared to VX, it misses on LED tail lamps, electrically turnable outside rear view mirrors, leather wrapped steering wheel, no soft touch dashboard, no 17.7 cm touch display. It gets 12.7 cm screen with audio with CD player and aux port. No voice commands, no steering mounted voice control, it gets only steering mounted audio controls, no push start button, and at last no keyless entry. The Jazz is priced at 7.59 lakh to 9.8 lakh ex-showroom price, and the value for money in the Jazz is none other than the ZX trim. Why? Because the difference between VX and ZX is around 50,000 rupees, and for V and ZX it is around 1.3 lakh. But you get a lot more equipment in ZX compared to V trim, and thus the ZX remains to be a solid proportion, which also the value for money variant in the Jazz lineup. As always, service support from Honda is great, and even the cost of ownership for Honda cars is very reasonable. You don't have to worry when it comes to service and maintenance, and even the spares availability is not a problem. Honda cars also offer a good resale value, which offers a great value for money car. Coming to service, the first service is at 5,000 km or 6 months, second service is at 10,000 km or 1 year, and third service is at 20,000 km or 3 years, and the regular service interval is for every 10,000 km. The first 3 services are free of cost. Now getting behind the wheels. The first thing to note is you literally don't know the vehicle is turned on or not when you are at idle, and that is the refinement of the Honda Jazz. The engine feels so smooth, and that's the iVTEC magic. The Honda Jazz sweet spot is really the mid-range, where the performance is so strong after 2500 RPM and keeps you pulling when stepped to the gas pedals. The only thing which makes you a bit claustrophobic is the blind spot on the A-pillar, which makes you quite difficult at tight traffics, but it gets used to it by time when you drive. The dashboard is extended and you get a feel of driving a big car and not a hatchback. The view outside is good and the seating comfort also feels comfortable. The steering is also light, which makes you feel easy at traffic and while parking. And at high speeds, it also weighs up well, which improves your driving confidence. And the high speed stability is also good for this size of car. The suspension setup is a bit firmer, where sharp bumps can be felt, but it can tackle and tries its level best to filter out the movement inside the cabin. Overall, the Honda Jazz is not really an enthusiast car, but for regular drivers, this Jazz will definitely satisfy you. To conclude, the Jazz has a good looking exterior, feature loaded interiors, best in class rear seat space, a great practical car, and it is an all rounder for daily city rides, a weekend getaway, and one of the most perfect family car. And if you are looking for a premium hatchback car for your family and for daily office rides and an occasional getaway, still the Jazz is one of the options you can opt for. And with that note, please do give it a thumbs up if you like this video, and also subscribe to our channel, and we will come with another car in another video. Until then, bye bye and take care.